recording this. Let's get rolling. Okay, we're gonna start like we always do with the watch list, and then we'll get into any ticker requests. Um, and we'll do general markets as well. Like go to we'll look at SPY, QQQ, um and IWM as well. Of course. So a couple of things that I'm looking at that we're gonna cover in the watch list. Obviously, coin, right? Like you guys knew this would be on the watch list. Let's not fool ourselves. Um, like the only thing that needs to be on the watch list. No, I'm kidding. Shop, which I believe has earnings on Monday or Tuesday. Hood is definitely going to be on the watch list. Has earnings on Tuesday as well. Last time I checked, I believe Tuesday after hours. Upstart has earnings Tuesday, or maybe Wednesday. I don't know. Somebody can fact check me on that. Oxy has earnings, I believe, Wednesday pre-market, maybe after hours. Don't know for sure. And I believe Twilio has earnings this week as well, as does Coin and DraftKings. So we'll be looking at all those right now. Shop, Hood, Upstart, Oxy. We're looking at Coin right now, of course. Twilio, DraftKings, and like I said, Coin. So let's start with Coin, right? What else to say, right? We ripped from 115 114 at its lowest to 144. And look how well the right fibs. So we got our, let's just, for anybody that hasn't looked at my coin chart, you got from this swing high in November of 21 to coin's bottom here in December of 22. They are still being respected, but we of course have this most recent sequence from this swing high to this swing low right here. That acted as a support, I might add, and we magneted right to what? Our 382. So we went from, we double bottomed on our zero fib here, and where did we go? Our 382. Well, it looks like we're forming as a giant M, and why I'm even more bullish right now is it really looks like we're inside of a mini W as well that I think can minimally take us to about 160 from here to here, and what looks like a very wide M as well. I don't know if this M will play out. But this W I definitely think is going to play out. And by this, I just mean, I don't know if we're going to get this drastic of a pullback. I would personally welcome it, obviously, if we're going to play it all the way to 200, but 160 to me is a given. So again, very nice harmonics. This is a stock that I know can be stressful, but one thing does, oh God, fucking ignore that. Jesus. One thing it always does is respect its fibs. Is a heavily based fib stock, and I believe that's how the algos trade off of it. Are these fibs? So yeah, just got our bullish MACD cross as well. Easily my top watch going into this week. There's nothing, absolutely nothing bearish about this chart. So, any questions?
Nope. Great trade, great hold, great conviction, bro.
Thanks, brother. Okay, we'll be playing this again this week. What I'd like, I guess I should say what I'd like for to happen this week. I would love a pullback, frankly. Fill some of this gap. I'd love a pullback to 134. So what I'm looking for is either a pullback to 134 or a move over 144. And either of those will provide a long entry for me. So a move over 144. 40, so call it 145. I'll move over 145. I'm looking to get long again. I'll probably look for 200s in September. Look, the chain is absolutely filthy on those. The 200s in September gives plenty of time as well. Or something in June, July, but I'd look for 180s, 160s on those.
Are you planning to earnings?
Yeah, with that much time, absolutely. Yeah. Probably won't be full position into earnings, but yeah, I plan to swing into earnings. I think we're gonna get this will be coins, and I will bet money this will be coins first. I love this guy. The M will play out. Don't you worry, loser. I love whoever slat is. He said that in the chat. I love this guy. This I am going out on a limb right now, and this is recorded on a Saturday. Oh, it's of course it's S up. That makes perfect sense. It's Summit. That's hilarious. I will go on record to say that I will bet you all that this is Coin's first profitable quarter. I will bet you they have a profitable quarter this quarter, and I bet you the stock absolutely sends. So yes, I am going to swing it into earnings, Chuck. Nothing had not it. It will be heavy, but nothing like what I was just in. That I mean, I was on full tilt, right? It's not going to be anything like that, and there's going to be plenty of time.
Trading savage guys like thesis.
So that if we do pull, I'm going to mute you, Cheyenne. Sorry, brother. You're clearly having a different conversation. But yes, Chuck, I'm kind of giving you a long answer to say yes, I do plan to swing into earnings. So
Okay, yeah. Like I was saying, find me a con. I'll ride with you.
I will. And I absolutely will. This will be shared for sure, no doubt. A very high conviction on this. I was talking to, and sorry, I'm eating some dinner. I was talking to Summit, funny enough, about Bitcoin and just and Andre from like a mathematic perspective with where Bitcoin's at right now. Coin's not going to see much lower than 130 at this point. So now, if Bitcoin absolutely shits itself, maybe, but Bitcoin is not to like totally shift off my watch list, but this is another thing that is crazy respectful of its fibs. Bitcoin is like easily one of the most bullish charts in the market right now. I'd be shocked if we don't see 57,000 within 2 to 3 months. If we can get over this 618, we're going to see the 786.
Mm-hmm.
It's only 66 days till halving.
Yeah, there's very little liquidity volume holding us back once we get over this. You can see this has been a level, right? The 618 here is a force. And Bitcoin, man, I'm telling you, these Bitcoin stocks and Bitcoin itself, they respect their fibs just as well, if not better, than a lot of stocks. So like I told Andre texted me today, finally gave in and is like, fine, I'm ready to play coin. I was like, yeah, that's right, bitch. And even he was like, yeah, no, I see what you're saying about the fibs on Bitcoin and their stock. So coin's definitely major watch. Okay, Shopify.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, no, this looks like a monster too. So just to explain why I have my fibs here. So again, swing high to a swing low. You can see we've been stuck at the 236 for a while. Didn't even need to go down to the 114. And then we were consolidating here at the 382. We're over that now. I see 99 minimally, but you all know how I feel about the 50% fib. If earnings is a beat, which I just pulled it up, it's Tuesday pre-market. So for a play like this, what I like, since I don't trade Shopify a bunch, is what I'll do is I'll most likely wait or I'll play Chuck spread. And you can see we broke out really nice of this pattern here. What I'd like is a retest of the pattern and then a move up. But I'll probably play a small spread with Chuck. But then once Tuesday hits and we get a move, we're either gonna, you guys know how I feel about the 50% fib. We're gonna bounce one way or the other. So I plan to play a post earnings on this, if anything. And I personally think they're gonna beat. So I think, and again, just from the chart, everything about it right now is very bullish. And there's just, you can see once we get up to 99, there's nothing holding us back from 117. So my plan is to whatever, if Chuck even does a spread on this, play some sort of spread, but this will be a post earnings play, especially since it's so early in the week that it's Tuesday pre-market. So assuming we beat, I'm going to look for like 120 calls 3 to 4 months out. Questions on Shopify?
Yeah, the only thing with Shopify, and I'm 100% with you on the pattern. That's actually what I was talking to Andre about earlier, is that they report the same morning that we get CPI. So very curious. I'm thinking CPI is going to be great, so it won't matter. But in the event that it's not, that might be something to consider too.
Yeah, I mean, regardless, because it's so early in the week, for a position with size, I'm going to wait for post earnings.
Yeah, agreed.
But I like 117, 120, right around that 618 fib from this fib sequence. Now that we're above the 382, as long as we're above 82, to me, it feels like 120 is going to be a given. Questions or any comments too, like obviously, like what Chuck just made. Sorry, I'm fucking starving. Are you eating ice cream? No, I'm eating chicken.
Hey, someone said the Zoom link is not working in the chat on the Discord.
Well, we got like 10 people in here, so we know that's not true.
I'll respond to it. Go ahead.
I can send it again. Let me see here. How do I do that? It's Moon May, dude. She's always got problems. Let's see if she's in here waiting. Then I just didn't admit her. Yeah, it's working. We just let another guy in. Here,
Okay.
I just dropped the link again. Are you eating? Okay. This. Oh, Jesus. Okay, let's go to Hood next. Look at this bad boy. Jed, I don't want to say I'm always right, but bro, come on, man. I put this on the chart like 2-3 weeks ago, dog. Come on.
I'm already in this.
I'm just saying, like this. There she is. Yeah, clearly I just didn't admit him in time last time. You can't tell me this doesn't look like it's going to play out. So
Yeah, but I won't look through earnings. I'll probably so I was actually talking to Andre about it. I bought some shares too as a safer way to play it longer if I care to.
Nice. Well, this looks beautiful. And I agree with you. This, if anything, would be a nice cheap day trade for us, but they report Tuesday after hours.
Whenever I hear it, what are you talking about?
I'd be looking
Open the
for
door.
who's talking. One of you guys is talking and not muted, by the way. Come on, guys. Rookie mistakes. But I like this B2C like the 13. So, but I agree with you. I don't want to. Maybe I would swing it Monday into Tuesday morning, really light, hoping CPI gives it a push before earnings. But I agree with you. With these mid caps, it's just too risky. But I will say I'd be shocked. Holding above the 200 here, back above the 20, above the 618 fib now on this sequence here. I'd be shocked if we don't see 13. Maybe even honestly with an extension of the C. Oh shit! With an extension of this C point. If we get something like this
Do you
instead
even chart?
to 14. What'd you say?
Do you even chart?
Oh, the disrespect. But I would not be surprised if we get a C point up to like $15, honestly.
They were up 2% after market Friday too.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for all my opens.
So again, this looks perfect. We drew this. It had to be what? When did we play Hood? 2-3 weeks ago, right? Jed, when I drew this out for us. So
Well, the thing too is it's like Robinhood is crypto correlated, so
Exactly.
like part is gonna kind of follow Coinbase, Bitcoin type of thing. Anyways, we're obviously bullish on that.
I think they're the third or fourth highest holder of Bitcoin now. Robinhood.
Yeah, and then on top of that, crypto trading is like one of their revenue sources.
So, and I'd be shocked if they don't post good results too. I mean, we see all the degens trading all the time. So that one's simple. And the halving is coming. Yep. Yeah, we talked about the halving, Moon. Exactly. I already did coin and one other Shopify, so you'll have to go back and watch later. But yeah, we talked about the halving actually, and just how I personally believe Bitcoin's the most bullish chart in the market right now. Okay, Oxy has earnings this week. I know a lot of you have been playing it. That's honestly the only reason I have it pulled up. You all know if I'm going to play anything like this, normally I'm going to play X. Though we have played Oxy in the past pretty successfully, but you all know I prefer XLE. So nice little pattern here, though. I do like the R&R. Here's where I would draw most recent fib sequence. So you're down here. If you're looking for something, again, earnings on, let me just make sure I'm saying this right. Don't apologize, by the way, that you were late. We saw you were having some problems getting in. Earnings on Wednesday after hours. So again, like to me, this type of action. I remember why I wanted to talk about this. This type of action right here, as the market's been making its all-time highs and ripping, to me, this is why would I play this type of chart? I don't need to play this right now. This is indecision at its finest at a time that the market's absolutely ripping, and not at a discount, I might add. Like, for example, one of the things that originally drew me to coin, not to bring it back, but one of the things that originally drew me to coin was the fact that we're at all-time highs at all these stocks, and Coinbase, technically Coinbase's all-time high is 436, but I consider Coinbase all-time high in the 370s. This was just pure FOMO day that it dropped. This was ridiculous, right? This was stupidity. But I consider this its all-time high 370, and we're all the way down here. This has really good R&R to continue to move up, right? Something like Oxy, it's like not like we're leaps and bounds below its all-time high. We've really just been in this channel for 2 years. So to me, this is like, I don't really want to play this. That's why I had this pulled up. I couldn't remember why I wanted to go over this. So to me, this is a prime example of a chart in the current market conditions that I would ask myself, why do I want to play this chart? Questions, comments, concerns.
I'm in some 65s right now, March 15th. What I see playing out right here is a W, bro. So if you take that fibs and you move it up to the other peak a little bit further down.
You think this is a W right here?
Yeah, but from your 886 all the way down, then it retraced back up to the 618. Boom, back to the 236. I think this could be another rocket move, at least back to that upper channel.
I totally disagree. And Friday's daily candle pretty much rejected any hope I'd have for you.
That's what's up.
This swing high to this swing low, I wouldn't. So where'd you draw fit from here to here?
No, so like
From
right
here to
yeah,
here.
exactly.
Yeah. So the reason why I would still have the fib here, and again, you'll have a variety of opinions, of course, but this move back up from here was just a move down to the 3A2 and move up. You didn't break the 1 fib. So to me, and the way it's been trading off of this tells me this sequence is still valid with the algorithms, which is this is the only reason fibs really have value, is because algorithms are trading off of it. So if you move it here, you're getting moves, but not really. See how you're just chopping down. The only thing that really held was the 618 if you moved it. Oh, and I didn't even move it to the right place. Sorry. Yeah, it's even less now. It's you're kind of getting not any wicks off of anything except again here a 50 fib, and then you bounce down. But same thing actually, funny enough, because it's so damn close. The 236 is close enough to where it was here. Basically the same thing happened on Friday. To me, Andre, until this is over 58, your 236 being a momentum fib, the way it's rejecting here so consistently, I don't like that from a bullish momentum standpoint, especially SPY's making all-time highs on Friday the way that it was. And this is 1% red. I don't love that. I'll be honest, bro. Now it did hold the 20-day moving average on the daily chart, which you gotta like, obviously, if you're a bull, and it did wick off of that, but this is still that's a monster day down. And again, it's been consistent now. You get up to the 236 rejection, get up to the 236 rejection. Now, March 15th, still technically have more than 30 days. So if theta's not eating against you, I guess what you're hoping to play out is this, right? This move right here. Like something,
Yeah,
right?
that'd be nice.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like is on this C to D leg on the 114 and the 236, them being momentum based fibs. You'd rather this type of rejection happen up here at the 382 instead of like down here is when you should be ripping tits, for lack of a better word. And then you should be consolidating a little bit around the 382 and then kind of pop over. So I would just be careful, I guess is what I'm saying on here. So
Yeah, for sure. And then me and Jed caught that other move. I don't know, it was like a week or two ago. So we caught that first little leg up.
yeah, this
But
one
then-
right here.
The reaction though after that, you want to see more continuation. I totally feel you though with the whole market sentiment, and this is just kind of chilling down here. So
I mean, I like the move that it's continuing to hold trend, right? I mean, you haven't broken trend, but what I will say is I don't, yeah. That my point is like this chart here, and this is why like XLE I'd much rather play when I'm playing energy as a whole, because this still looks like, again, you got past your 382. You see what I'm saying here? Because this went through a similar move as Oxy, but it didn't have nearly the same drawdown. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I totally see that. Yeah.
So it's largely just even though these are fucking hideous, this is really just And again, this is a shitty drawing.
But this goes to show just how hard it is to play
Bull
with
flag.
oil on it.
You see how this is basically just a bull flag? So until this breaks down, this is still bullish. But this is like this is like what was I talking about the other day? That was the ugliest bull flag I've ever seen. But this is why I prefer, like, I don't even ZOM, like I'd much prefer XLE over anything else when it comes to playing energy / oil. So, because like this chart looks so much better. This looks like it's just continuing to chop up, right? Where Oxy just looks like it's chopping. You know what I mean? And honestly, it looks like it's chopping down. We're making
Yeah. Doesn't look great.
we're making lower highs each time. So just
Yeah, I'm just
just
looking
watch
for
out.
yeah, I'm not looking for that whole move. Maybe I can just get a little bit of a move here.
Yeah. Yep. So just be careful is all I'm saying. Just be careful. Any other comments or questions about Oxy? And Chuck, thanks for sending me the earnings calculator, by the way. Or calendar, I just saw that.
Yes, sir. No problem.
I'm obviously going to be watching AMD, so we'll cover that. This in the video, I'll continue to watch. This is getting tighter and tighter and tighter here, but like I keep saying, 174 is what we need over, and it rejected that to a T. On Friday, so that I'm not touching this until we get over 174, which 174.60, just call it 175. So. But definitely still have my eyes on AMD for sure. But this is NVIDIA, which NVIDIA's earnings are not till 2 weeks from now, right? Still. So these will probably, I would love for them to continue up, but I wouldn't be surprised if they chopped a little bit too. But if we get over 175, I'm a loyal man. I'll head on back to AMD and start playing here again. Okay, what else did I say? Airbnb, his earnings this week that I want to look at. Drew this a while ago. It's another one, Jed. It's another one, man, that we should have just played. Didn't get the full drawdown, but I definitely still think 166 for a target on Airbnb feels pretty darn likely. Last earnings back in November, which look at this. M into a nice W, didn't get the full drawdown that we wanted, but held the 382 very nicely here, moved up. Actually, here's a nice little W right here. Delete that. Delete this. All in the way. Yeah, I still like this to 166, so I'll be watching this. Here's another W, right? You got to be able to start spotting these W into nice consolidation here. Dun, dun. Looks like it's going to break out, move to the upside. Questions on this? Like it. Now, the one thing I will say about this is not top of my list, mainly because of the spreads. The spreads on Airbnb suck, just to be completely honest, unless you're playing weeklies, which you all know I don't do. So this will not be top of my list at all to play this week. I mean, let's face it, I'm gonna play coin and maybe like one other thing, right? So this probably won't get played, but I do think it looks nice for a measured move up to 166. So, and I'd be shocked if they don't have good earnings. Questions about Airbnb before we move on? I'm going to look at Celsius because we always do in class. Monster move, right? Like I say every time, hits 50, buy. Hits 50, buy. And we made it to 60, which has been the target for like the last, every time we hit 50. It feels like we go back to 60. Question is, can we ever fucking get over 60 or can we ever break below 50? I'm convinced not. I'm convinced we're going to come right back down to 50, in which case I would buy again and play it back up to 60. But if we can get over 60, which Lord knows I'd love that as a shareholder for sure. But it just doesn't feel like we're gonna. I mean, had a monster start to the day and then ended up red down here at 58. So we'll see. Always watching Celsius. What I'd like from an actual perspective would be a move down to 56, 57. This 50% fib here from this sequence. So from this to this, and then a hold and then a move up. So always watching Celsius. Love how it moves. Love how the contracts move too. So they don't have earnings or anything this week, but it's always going to be one that I'm watching. So any questions on Celsius?
Hey, what was the reason they split?
I don't know if they gave an exact reason. Do you know, Jed? I mean, to me, they were trying to gather more. I thought they were trying to get more people into the stock. Frankly, it was.
Yeah, I mean, the reason most companies split is for like psychology reasons, share price lower, people think it's cheaper, even though it's the same market cap. Celsius it was starting to get up to like
it was like 180, I think.
180, yeah. So a 3-to-1 split just kind of brought more liquidity into it. The option chain was horrible before.
Yeah.
I was just curious for that. To me, I didn't think 180 was expensive, but I get the psychology, especially in these economy.
It is compared to like the market as a whole, though. Like Monster's in the 50s, right? So like,
but Monster's also done like 7 splits or something.
Exactly. Because like this stock, I think I said this on the last class. If you go and you look at the last 10 years, even now, NVIDIA is still not had the gains that Monster had. Monster is up 44,000% in the last decade, which is insane. So if you would have just bought Monster 10 years ago, you definitely wouldn't have to be on this call, as you'd be filthy rich. But I think from a psychology standpoint, Chuck, Celsius trading so much higher than its biggest what many view as its biggest competitor. Because I'll be honest, I think Celsius is, and again, I will fully sit here and admit my bias, but I think Celsius is far surpassed Monster as a company, and its long-term potential is far greater than what Monster is. But this thing has moved 44,000% in a decade. So anytime someone tells you that Celsius is moved too high, they don't understand the market. There is no drug like caffeine. There is no drug like caffeine. And yeah, Celsius is amazing. So, easily one of my favorite stocks to own. I'm definitely a long-term believer. Okay, we'll look at DraftKings really quick. I think they're gonna have great earnings. Wish we would have played this. This moved down perfectly way back when. I guess I charted this back in. Wow, this played out to almost a freaking T. Wow, nice. Love coming back and seeing that. Nice little M inside this pattern. Broke out afterwards. Love it. And we're here over this 50% fib on this sequence here, which held. This is always cool to see. COVID low to COVID high here, came down, did not break it, man. Did not break that. Huge liquidity there. So this sequence is technically still valid. And now we're finally over the 50%. What did we do? 2 days in a row, came down, held it, came down, held it again. Would love like a hammer candle off of that. But this is like a pure just knowing sports play with the Super Bowl and everything and NBA in full swing. I don't see how they don't beat earnings this quarter. So I like a measured move to $50, which would be the 382, and then can see how serious it is with bulls or not if it can get over that. It hasn't been over 50 in 3 years, so it would be a big deal if it could even get there. So but yeah, DraftKings sentiment is very simple. So any questions? Let me clear all this up. Questions? No, clearly none. You guys just get it. You guys are like, yep, Super Bowl sports. Fuck yeah. Okay, that was everything. I believe that's everything on my list, right? Let me see here. Disney finally happened, guys. How long have I been saying 100? We're going 100 plus. We're going 100 plus, and if we can get over that, I think we'll see 110. We got it, but rejected it pretty hard. So I'm just gonna go over this kind of in summary. Bull flag into a bull flag, super bullish. Bull flag into another bull flag is super bullish. You had this trend channel here with a 236 extension at 100. There was no way we weren't going to see it. The fact that we gapped over it was super bullish. And where did it go? It went right to 110, which is the 786 extension. So textbook play here. Love it. Boom, boom, boom. Can't ask for much more. Questions, comments, concerns? No. Cool. Okay. Looks like Moon had the first ticker request. SoFi. This should be quick. I've been saying the same thing for weeks. This supply zone is gnarly. I mean, fucking every time we get up in this supply zone, we can't get past it. So until we get past, call it 980 with some force, not just a false breakout, I'm just in shares. I don't play options on SoFi. I know some of you guys do, and it sounds like you've made a lot of money, but I don't play options on SoFi. So came down, held the 114 again, bounced up, due to good earnings, got back here, but shit itself because the amount of sell orders here must just be insane. But came down back above the 200, back above the 20. So I do like a move to 9, but I have no reason to believe we'll get past it just yet. So that's my opinion on SoFi. And I am very bullish long term on the stock, but I have no reason. History so far has shown me that we're not going to move past $9 just yet. If we can, then we're getting to 12 for sure. But right now, you got to be realistic in this game, and there's massive sell orders at that call it 922. This 236 Fed. The supply zone is fucking crazy, actually. So questions on SoFi or comments? Still respecting its fibs, the sequence for sure, which is nice. Nvidia, Amazon, sure. I mean, Nvidia, what to say about it besides just keep moving your fibs up, and they keep respecting them, right? I mean, the algos are not making this thing hard. So got over its 0 fib, came down, tested its fib extension of the 236, moved, and where did we get some trouble on Friday? 618 extension. So let's see what happens. But if it gets over, let's see what this is. If it gets over 725, say hello to 751. So keep that simple, because there ain't much technical analysis you can do on the video right now. Amazon. I've been saying, show me 180s. It's gonna happen. Bull flag, breakout, gap up, 189 coming. 180s are coming for sure. 180s are coming for sure. Any questions on Nvidia or Amazon? This, by the way, from a technical standpoint, was beautiful. I don't remember when we drew this. I know it was probably back here, so back in October. And it's playing out to a T. So looks. I'd be shocked if 190 doesn't happen. So, questions on Amazon or Nvidia before I move on to Snow? Amazon, by the way, great long-term perspective too. I mean, I think they're going to be the nation's biggest shipper. I still will die on this hill though. I think Microsoft, which I think Jed confirmed my feelings last week, when he confirmed to me that Microsoft is now the biggest holding in SPY, not Apple. This is the best growth stock in the market, even better than Nvidia. What they're doing, like what they're really doing, is amazing. I mean, they've overtaken Amazon in I'm at a loss for words. Amazon's like Microsoft Azure is now the number one.
They dominate the
Yeah, but what is Amazon's product called? Amazon AWS. Sorry, Jesus Christ. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. Microsoft is by far the market leader. It's crazy now. It's actually very cool to see on Fanbook, and I don't really like Microsoft. I don't own a single Microsoft product, funny enough. But Steve Ballmer basically ran this company into the ground when Bill Gates retired. And the CEO that took over when he was forced to step down about a decade ago just completely revitalized them. It's very cool story. If you ever want to read about a company that looked like they were headed towards their graveyards phase of life, like a Blockbuster or a Sears is probably a better example, because Sears was just an absolute monster, or a Kodak was a monster and they didn't see the writing on the wall. And then the current CEO of Microsoft pulled them out by himself, changed their business. I've been saying this to you, Andre. By the way, we got my target. I told you how many weeks ago, 223. We're over it. Just give yourself 6 months, bro, and 260. Okay, with the stop loss of 223. Keep it simple, guys. Come on. It's funny because if you go back to class last week, I said, and I fucking this is the best part about these being recorded. I said I will hold coin down to 111. And I don't think anybody fucking believed me. And then I held coin to 114. And then we ripped to 144. Because if you trust your chart and you trust the fibs, you know how long you can hold the play. So here, Andre, I'll give you the sauce right now. I'm sure you're already in snow, but if you're not, you could wait for a pullback, or you could just say fuck it, which, you know, whatever. If you say fuck it. 223, call it 220 if you want to give yourself a little bit of a wick down. Since we all know how the algos will stop loss hunt. So 220 daily close. Give yourself, so that you're not sweating every day like me on 42-day contracts. Give yourself 6 months and so that you can afford them 290 calls with a target of 260. Come talk to me in a month and use this as a stop, 220. See what happens.
That's what's up, dude. This thing's about to rip more.
That's what
I'm already in some.
I just gave you a 260 target. So
I'm in some 250s. Nothing big right now, but I'm looking to see how we go Monday, Tuesday before I start adding more longs.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Vision Pro. Shut the Chuck. Jesus Christ. Virgin talk in the chat. Do you want me to look at Apple? Is that your way of telling me to look at Apple? Oh, look. Oh, wow. Yeah, wow. Market made all-time highs and Apple didn't do anything. Yeah, wow.
No, it's my way of telling you that Apple is still king no matter what Microsoft does.
But it's literally not king anymore, though. Like statistically and percentage-wise, it's not king. Microsoft is the king of SPY now.
It will always be king. Just
No.
like LeBron will always be king. It's just things that happen. It's said, it's written in stone.
False idols. Gotcha. Yeah, no, we should mute you. Trying to speak down on Jesus Christ. Okay.
I have spoken.
Got it. Yeah, this looks nice. SPY making all-time highs while Apple couldn't get over 190. Yeah, wow. I'm feeling captivated by the Vision Pro. Wow. I'm feeling inspired. Wow. It did have a monster move off the 200. I said this last week. I did appreciate its move off the 200, but I told you this, Chuck, months ago. The way Apple from a share, like I got plenty of Apple shares, but the way Apple contracts move, like, bro, I want to be near suicidal in a play. That's why I played coin. Okay. I don't want to be. Apple is for my grandma to play options, bro. That shit.
Yeah. Apple is
boring as hell. That's why C-Dan likes it, her old ass. Okay. Oracle. I like a gap fill to 125.
Oh man.
Hilarious, bro. This one, all right. So I'm in a swing in this right now. I'm in some 120s, like a month out.
So here's the fit. Let me adjust it. Shit. Here is the sequence I would have. Here to here. You have sometimes I hate trading you, man. You have like a really fucking high B point there. I don't like it, but I could be talked into this. But I don't love that. I'll be honest. You'd like your B point like right here, but it's not terrible, but it's a little bit too high.
I just have my eye on that gap fill at least. I don't know if I would ride these contracts that far.
But here's
I don't have that much time on them. That's why.
Here's the truth here. As long as you're over, I hate that TradingView does this. As long as you're over 117, which you're not right now, I'd be rounding up. I would consider Friday a rejection of this fib. Same thing with the day before. You need over 117. Now, some serious buying into this monster candle the day before. There's still plenty of buy orders clearly because the way this thing's wicked each day. So, I don't know. If I was in this, my stop would be down here about 115. Wouldn't be surprised if you go see it as low as 114 though. This wick here in this monster candle. I don't like the way this thing moves at all though. These candles are gross.
Yeah, this thing, it's hard to move, bro. unless like you gotta catch that bounce off the 236 was nice and
Yeah.
the 38. But right
The
here around
50% fib here, the 50%, the move down to the 50 here was nice after it gapped over. But these would be my levels. I'd probably you guys definitely know my propensity for risk. So I personally would probably hold down to 114. But if I was smart, I'd wait for
right now, that's what I was
17.
thinking. If it loses 115, I'd consider cutting that.
Yeah.
But right now it's sitting in profit a little bit, so I don't mind like letting. I got some time to see what happens.
Yeah. Nice. 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 Fake. Oh yeah, duh, bro. Come on, I already charted this. I sent this chart out on Twitter. This fucking does look good. And honestly, with the way Hood's moving and some of these shitty companies, it's honestly, bro, the way some of these shitty companies are moving, I'm honestly like, I went back and looked, like, I'm stunned. I mean, like IWM, don't get me wrong, it had a nice candle. Here, let me turn my algo off. This algo off.
Because
Here.
IWM's still got that 15% KRE, which is just taking
Look
shit.
at where we just can't fucking get past this. But this candle on Friday, bro, I'm telling you, Beyond Meat, it wants $15, $15, bro. If IWM next week sees, if this move on Friday is real, we're about to have a lot of fun. Like the market's gonna, you can pretty much just like spray and pray. Go into the next like 2 to 3 months. Like if IWM gets over here and really starts to shake, because here's honestly like this move up here and then this retrace here and what IWM's doing, which is so weird. So I'm sure most of you guys know D-Book on Twitter. We're buddies. We live in the same state, so we like actually know one another. But the he's normally like one of my favorite other traders, to be honest, but he's bearish right now, which I just can't. I can't fathom. Yeah, I can't fathom. I told him, I texted him, I'm like, bro, I don't see what you see right now, dude. Because what I see on, and he's the reason I bring him up around IWM is because he's a huge mid cap trader. And all I saw on IWM was a measured move over this channel that we've been talking about that IWM's been in since 2020. We broke out and then we're back in. Like it's been here. And if you want to just say it's been here since 2022, I can buy that too. So regardless, it's been in the channel for 2 years. Been in the channel for 2 years. All I see here is a nice move up, retrace, but you held the 200 and you bull flagged over. I'd be shocked if IWM doesn't see 208 this week. Like legitimately, this move down, old wick, monster candle on Friday. Exactly what you're looking for from a technical analysis standpoint to get long. And 208, 210 would be my target on IWM, which means you can literally just go to a chart like a stock like Beyond Meat and be like, okay, I'm going to buy 6 month out $10 calls and walk away for a couple weeks and come back into insane profit. Or like Lemonade has to look decent too, right? Yeah. See? Yep. We might finally get this move up. Look at this thing, came down, held the 200 this whole time. Monster candle on Friday, nice wick hammer over the 20-day. Show me $19. This thing's going to $19 for sure. So yeah, shitty companies are back on watch. In terms of the one that I think looks the best, I mean, this is textbook, right? I think it was Orso we were just looking at where I said the B point was a little bit too high. This is perfect. And this is very conservative for me here, putting this here just because the 618 of my sequence is here. It could probably go higher, but looks great. If I'm you're about to get a bullish MACD cross on the daily too. Nice little, I might add like a nice angle to it as well. Yeah, minimally you'll probably see 10, which is the 200-day moving average. But yeah, this looks great. So if I'm in a sick mood, I'll add heavy on Beyond. Otherwise, I'll just play light. Moon wants to look at ARM, which, dude, we can look at it, but what do you want me to say? Fucking, we missed it. Is all I can say. Moon is that we absolutely missed. Damn, Beyond got destroyed from IPO. Well, that's what anybody who bought Beyond Meat at IPO deserved to get destroyed because Chuck. Sometimes, man, some fucking times. Yeah, Moon. Anyways, back to your question. I can't give you a TA on this. I mean, yeah, we missed the gap up from 76 to at 1.125. So sucks, but don't know what to tell you on this, honestly. Like, I'm sure somebody on Monday is gonna like grab this and hope it goes to 150, 160, and somebody else is gonna short it, hoping it fills this gap. I'm not gonna do either. Just personally. So I'll watch it. The way it moved is crazy, but I'm not gonna play this. It's not my thing. Never, ever since I played the memes back when, I haven't played anything that moves like this. Fake meat Cat Williams tried to warn us. Okay, we'll do a little Joe, which if you watch the show, you understand my joke there on you. Look at this move. I don't know when we charted this, but we should have just played this bull flag. Bull flag from 28 to 43. Should have played that. Don't know when I drew that. Don't know, but probably sometime back in November. Great
Well,
move.
That's when we were everything else, so.
I'm sure it was. Yeah, came down. I mean, this is what's cool about fibs, Andre. And I'm just addressing Andre because he asked about you specifically. So I drew this little sequence, don't fucking know why, but came down, held this 236 extension here and held and is moving back up. I would definitely remove these fibs though. Now there's better ones to be played. Remove this bull flag, play out very nicely. Draw a fib from here to here's where I would draw it. Yep, nice move down to the 618. Held it. Yeah. Shit, send this. Even if you're bearish on, and this is why I always say, like, you want to be able to read the market, even if you're bearish, this is what you're hoping for, in my opinion, on you. So I said this to Chuck months ago when he was like, we were talking about SPY, and I told him, even if you're a bear, you should want SPY to go up because the harmonic is going to take it up. Same thing here. Even if you're a bear on you should want the measured move up so that you can get the measured move down. So yeah, I like this to 40. So with the stop loss, you could use, if you want to be safe, you wait to lawn it until it's over, which you should. You're so close to the 200 here. Stop loss over the 234, and you use the 20-day 33 as your stop loss to be safe on a stock like this. So there you go. Boom, boom, boom. What else, guys? Anything? And yeah, fuck beyond me. Anybody that lawned that thing at IPO is an idiot. Imagine thinking a company that sells artificial meat was ever worth 300, for all intents and purposes, $250. Unfucking believable. Unbelievable. They deserve to be bag holding down at $7. That's what they get. That's what they get. There's nothing comparable to cutting a New York strip or a ribeye. You cannot create that in a lab. It's just can't be. Idiots. That's why this is $7. Their products fucking suck. Upstart. Yeah, they have earnings this week, I believe. I think it's Wednesday. So same, it's got a similar issue as SoFi right now, even when it had this massive move up. The supply zone here in the 40s is gnarly, dude. And I don't know when I drew this line, but it continues to be a force. So can't get over 35 right now, so I'd be waiting to launch it over 35. Did have a really, if we zoom in here, it did have a night. This looks kind of bullish, is what I'll say. Kind of, and I say that with a caveat. Don't love this candle on Friday, but a lot of things actually ended like this on Friday, but had some monster moves the day before. So what you did, you consolidated around the 200, got over that and the 20 in an instant. 20 and the 200 look like they want to start curling up. Wicked off at the 20 on Friday. So as long as you're over, let's call it 33. I like a move to 35, above that 40. Earnings on Wednesday, I think. And I'll be honest, I still don't know what the fuck this company does. So for me, I'm probably not, I wouldn't play this into earnings, but maybe play it after earnings. What I will say is when it moves, it moves. So if it has some good earnings, which again, I couldn't tell you what they do. So never understood that company. Oh yeah, Twilio has earnings this week. Chuck, oh, this is what I said. This a couple weeks ago. I'm like, this is the ugliest fucking flag I've ever seen in my life, and it broke down, but it's trying to get back up. right now, which is this stock, man. I'll never forget. I think I don't know, Jed might remember. I don't remember when it was, but I think we like lawned right around here and then it gapped down and then did this without me. And I've never been more. I think only AMD has hurt me in this way. I mean, like, look at this. So I think I lawned like right here.
That looks like when you might have been in because it
Yeah.
was early when I was with you and May would have made sense.
Disgusting. Like nice move. We were up. I remember we were up nice. I'm like, oh man, this is great. We're definitely going to 78. Gaps down and like tries to save itself the same day, but then dies. And I'm just like, oh, I gotta be responsible here and get out. Like, ugh. And then it just does this. I'm like, oh my God. And then it did this, consolidated, died again, and just filled this what is a fair value gap down here. And then it did this. And I think we caught some of this, but not the whole move, that's for sure. And now it's doing this into earnings. I don't know. Like the bull in the company in me wants to say it's going to $78, $85, but I don't know, dude. This is another one where the options are super spready. So I don't know. I want to play it, but I probably won't. There's so much better stuff in the market right now. You guys will be hard pressed to see me talking about anything but coin this week anyway. So coin and Bitcoin, and I'll probably talk some chips and some fake meat.
What about Pat?
A little bit of Robin. We'll talk Apple just to fuck with Chuck. Okay, those fibs are gone. I don't know, from a pure chart perspective, I mean, you have nice flag here. Looks like it's trying to get past these highs, but it can't. So needs pass, call it 2650, which is this area over here too. So I don't know. Let me draw. What the fuck is this? What even is this? I know we've charted this before because I just had a bunch of stuff on it, but
I have no idea what it is, but it's always been like one of the quick movers when you catch on.
so it's largely been consolidating at the 114 for 2 years. I mean, literally, it couldn't get over the 114 for like 2 years. Over it, I don't know if it can finally get over this goddamn line. It could see the 236, and then if it could really get over that. There's not much holding it back from 40. But I don't know shit about this company, so that's as much TA as I can give you, Jed. From a pure chart perspective, it really struggles around here, but it also hasn't been up here in about 2 years, and it rejected and came right back up. So my money would be it breaks this and at least sees 30. So I think I know enough of you have been here long enough where I've told you if something's going to test something this quickly again, you're most likely going to get over, and vice versa from the downside, right? If you come reject super fast, either way, you're going to get your answer really quick, in my opinion, sometime this week. But I would bet on a move to 30, and then, I mean, shit, there's not much holding it back structurally from 40. So definitely likes 10 and definitely likes 19. So know nothing about this company though. So like literally nothing. Never even, I mean, I've heard of it because it's gotten brought up in class before. Are there any requests in the chat? No. Can you do Airbnb? Did that. Okay, cool. I did that. No other requests. Okay, cool. Perfect. Because at one point we had a good amount of people in here. Only the strong survive a Saturday night class at 9:30 p.m. So I said to Chuck, because it was just Chuck and I on here at first, I was like, we'll see how bad people want it. We'll see how bad people want it if they're on Saturday night class. Honeywell, I don't know that ticker for Honeywell, Moon, so you're gonna have to tell me. I mean, I can probably just type in Honeywell.
H2N.
H2N, what?
HON, my bad. I said U first, but HO.
I was like 2. I'm like, I don't think you can have a number in a ticker.
This is a banana favorite.
Oh, you're right. Banana does love this stock.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was Honeywell, I'll be honest. That's where I would draw my fibs. We have yet to break this high, is why. You could draw another sequence from this swing high to this swing low if you wanted some clustering. But this sequence, I bet you, is still being played by algos, and you can see. I don't know how to say things sometimes without sounding like a cocky asshole, but what I'm gonna say is gonna sound like that. You can very much see that I'm right. We've rejected off the 236 here multiple times. And we came down and we just held the 50. With some force. So I would definitely say the algos are still trading this sequence here. And why wouldn't they? We haven't broken the 0 fib, so, or the 1. So there's no reason to not still trade off of it. So held the 50% fib on Friday. Held it. I mean, we're holding. We're trying to hold. This thing's gonna break one way or the other. Needs over the 200 though, so call it 195 for sure, because it's 194.99. So needs over 195 to have a chance to test the 20 and the 382 fib at the same time. So do they have earnings or something coming up? I don't know. They had earnings last week. They surprise miss. So what it looks like, to be completely honest, is it looks like an M that can't decide if it wants to play out all the way. The measured move on this would be a move down to 186 if you're playing the harmonic, which I guess you could argue $3 away. It kind of got, but and then normally once an M is complete, you do move up. So I do think this has some upside in its future. The question is when. I hate this type of movement where you got a huge wick to the upside, a weird wick or a huge wick to the downside that's showing you buying, and then a weird wick to the upside that's showing you selling. Like what I see here is indecision. And when there's, I won't say coin again, but when there's a chart, I can't believe I'm going to say this. When there's a chart like Beyond Meat out there, why would I want to play Honeywell? I'm kidding. I'm sure there's something more legitimate I could find than that. But like,
clip that.
what did you say? You're gonna clip
Someone
that? Yeah, someone will clip that, I'm sure. But like coin, this just looks so much better, right? Like you came down, you got your 2 points, you're moving up. Bulls are so obviously in control of this stock, it's not even funny, right? I'll pull up Apple for Chuck, right? You had this mean bullish move off of the 200, and you have had it for a while. Like even though, and we can't get over the 20, so like there's definitely some. This is another good, decent example of indecision. We are holding the 200, but we can't get over the 20. We're sandwiched right now in between these moving averages. This is largely indecision. Now this is indecision that I personally would bet on upside, but indecision nonetheless. So not something I need to play. Same thing with this. I'd wait till it's at least over the 200, but I'd really wait for it to be over $200, honestly, to play it. So just because there's better stuff out there. So not saying it's not going to make a move. I would just wait. So
What about Rivian? There's been a lot of flow into it lately.
I've been buying shares. Haven't been. I don't like options on Rivian. I'll be honest. I don't think they move well at all.
Shares again.
Boom, boom, boom. Nice move. Should have sold them all right there. Is what it is. But I've been buying down here at 15. My shares needs over this 114. See what happens. Continues to respect this fib sequence. Boom, boom. 0 fib held up. Broke down below here. I bet you we'd see 12. I'd get rid of this sequence at this point, but I like to move back up to about 21. Don't know how long it'll take. Tesla, honestly, man, I really do mean this. Nobody can read Tesla like me. We came down perfectly. We got exactly what I wanted, even a little bit lower, frankly, but didn't totally test the 618. But there's no reason to think that this isn't going to make a move to 218, in my personal opinion. So got your bullish MACD cross. Bet you this thing pops over the 20 with some force, fills the gap relatively quickly, and then makes a move to 218, and then we'll see if we can shake and bake over that. So, but I definitely like a move to 218 on Tesla. And that's why I bought shares. Chuck knows I texted him both times I bought shares. Okay, he'll back me up. Anything else, guys? See, he just typed facts. See. I think that's it though. Unless you guys want to go over anything else. can look at Meta. Look at all those cryptos I was looking at. You guys, no, I'm in demon time right now if I'm looking at crypto. This was great. We got the move over the 236 extension. Now we're kind of chopping here. When we went over Meta last week is what I said. We got a bigger move than I expected. To this 443, 450-ish area. Now it's stuck's the wrong word because it just made a, insane move, but it's kind of stuck, right? People have to decide. And what you're seeing is people don't want to buy, but they also don't want to sell here. And so somebody needs to step in and make a decision. And again, this is like a chart that I look at that I'm like, if I'm a day trader, great. But you guys know I'm not. That's the other thing. I'm always coming to these charts with a swing trader angle. And there's better things to swing than Meta right now. Day trade, Meta's probably filthy. If you look at like the 10-minute, yeah, I mean, it moves great. So been moving great. Definitely give you plenty of opportunities. Just not my style, right? There's a nice move right there. Jesus. So look at that. That's a nice W in the 10-minute. If you're day trading, boom, boom, boom. I should move up. Nice. Nice. But not my thing. As you all know. I'll just end the class by saying again, just reminder, Bitcoin's the most bullish thing in the market right now. So I finally got Andre on board, and look at this. While we've been on class, Bitcoin, look at this last couple of days. Just fucking crazy. Crazy sexy. Needs over 48K for sure. I bet you we see 50K though next week. And if we get over that, you definitely won't see me touching anything but Coinbase next week if we get over 50K. So remember, I said this on Friday, and now it'll be on recorded video with my voice. Coin will see $200 a share by the summer. Okay. Chart tells you everything you need to know. Minimally 180, but I bet you Coin sees 200 by the summer. Okay. Okay. And then I bet you it does get some downside. I showed you that M at the beginning of class that'll lead us to 200, and I bet you get some nice downside after that. So, but right now I wouldn't be shorting crypto stocks. So let's end it there. Any other questions? No. Okay. Well, hey guys, thanks for coming to a Saturday night class. So appreciate it. Hope you have
Thanks, bro. Great class.
No problem. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your night, everyone. See ya.